What's up, everyone? Today's day 42 of reading the Bible until I reach the end. Now, you guys might notice I'm wearing the same shirt as last time. That's probably because I filmed these videos at the exact same time. But you know what? That's okay, because I was behind today. I forgot to do it this morning. So today we are continuing our story on Joseph. Now, today is where it gets kind of juicy, if you know what I mean. Some stuff hits the proverbial fan. Now, if you guys remember from our last video, 7 years of abundance had just went through Egypt. There was a lot of grain, and Joseph had told the Pharaoh to scoop it up while we still can. Because after that, there's going to be 7 years of famine, where there's going to be no food at all. So, excuse me. So now that famine has hit, and now we're going to see what happens today. So, chapter 42 of Genesis. When Jacob learned that there was grain in Egypt, so remember, Jacob is Joseph's father. I probably said Jacob earlier. I get those two mixed up. I meant Joseph. Joseph is second in command of Pharaoh. Jacob is his father. So when Jacob learned that there was grain in Egypt, he said to his sons, the one who sold his son Joseph into slavery. That was a couple of days ago. Why do you just keep looking at each other? He continued. I have heard that there's grain in Egypt. Go down there and buy some for us so that we may live and not die. So he's like, guys, get going. Uh-oh, sorry. I keep on losing my spot, guys. I'm very sorry. He continued. Go down there and buy... Okay, verse 3. Then 10 of Joseph's brothers went down to buy grain from Egypt, but Jacob did not send Benjamin. Benjamin was now his new youngest son after Joseph. They had one more kid. Joseph's brother with the others because he was afraid that harm might come to him. So Israel's sons were among those who went to buy grain, for there was famine in the land of Canaan also. Israel is also Jacob. They're just kind of used interchangeably. Now Joseph was the governor of the land, the person who sold grain to all its people. So when Joseph's brothers arrived, they bowed down to him with their faces to the ground. As soon as Joseph saw his brothers, he recognized them, but he pretended to be a stranger and spoke harshly to them. Where do you come from? He asked. From the land of Canaan, they replied, to buy food. Although Joseph recognized his brothers, they did not recognize him. Then he remembered his dreams about them and said to them, you are spies. You have come to see where our land is unprotected. So, two things I want to talk about really quickly. So the dream he's talking about, the reason that they threw him in was because they were jealous of him, because he said that he had this dream where all of them bowed down to him, they all had grain or hay or something like that. You guys would have to go back. They all had bales of hay, and all of his brothers' bales of hay bowed down to his. And that was just the first dream. And so all of his brothers were like, oh, okay, he's so much better than us, huh? Let's sell this guy into slavery. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. If your brother thinks he's better than you, don't sell him into slavery, right? Now, later on, we're going to come back to his second dream where the moons and the sun and the stars bow down to him. Now, the second thing I wanted to cover is that I think that Joseph was just like, look who needs who now. I'm going to mess with these guys. So I think he's being just a little bit funny. Obviously, it's kind of some payback, some revenge. But anyways, verse 10. No, my lord, they answered. Your servants have come to buy food. We are all the sons of one man. Your servants are honest men, not spies. No, he said to them, you have come to see where our land is unprotected. But they replied, your servants were 12 brothers, the sons of one man who lives in the land of Canaan. The youngest is now with our father, and one is no more. I'm talking about Joseph. Verse 14, Joseph said to them, it is just as I told you, you are spies, and this is how you will be tested. As surely as Pharaoh lives, you will not leave this place unless your youngest brother comes here. Send one of your number to get your brother. The rest of you will be kept in prison, so that your words may be tested to see if you are telling the truth. If you are not, then as surely as Pharaoh lives, you are spies. And he put them all in custody for 3 days. Like I said, stuff's going to hit the fan. Verse 18, on the third day, Joseph said to them, do this and you will live, for I fear God. And I think this is funny because he kind of gave his brothers a little clue, because remember, Egyptians believed in like Ra, Neith, like Anubis, all these like crazy gods. And he goes, oh yeah, God. As in like the Hebrew God. Verse 19, if you are honest men, let one of your brothers stay here in prison, while the rest of you go and take grain back to your starving households. But you must bring your youngest brother to me, so that your words may be verified and that you may not die. This they proceeded to do. They said to one another, surely we are being punished because of our brother. We saw how distressed he was when he pleaded with us for his life, but we would not listen. That's why this distress has come on us. Reuben replied, Reuben's the oldest. He told him not to do it. He said, didn't I tell you not to sin against the boy? But you wouldn't listen. Now he must give an accounting for his blood. They did not realize that Joseph could understand them, since he was using an interpreter. He turned away from them and began to weep, and then he came back and spoke to them again. He had Simeon taken from them and bound before their eyes. Joseph gave orders to fill their bags with grain, to put each man's silver back in his sack, so he gave them back all their money too, and to give them provisions for their journey. After this was done for them, they loaded their grain on their donkeys and left. At the place where they stopped for the night, one of them opened his sack to get feed for his donkey, and he saw his silver in the mouth of his sack. My silver has been returned, he said to his brothers. Here it is in my sack. Their hearts sank, and they turned to each other, trembling, and said, what is this that God has done to us? When they came to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan, they told him all that had happened. They said, the man who was lord over the land spoke harshly to us and treated us as though we were spying on the land. Well, we said to him, we are honest men, we are not spies. We were 12 brothers, sons of one father. One is no more, and the youngest is now with our father in Canaan. Then the man who is lord over the land said to us, this is how I will know whether you are honest men. Leave one of your brothers here with me, and take food for your starving households and go. But bring your youngest brother to me, so I will know that you are not spies but honest men. Then I will give you your brother back to you, and you can trade in the land. As they were emptying their sacks, there in each man's sack was his pouch of silver. When they and their father saw the money pouches, they were frightened. Their father Jacob said to them, you have deprived me of my children. Joseph is no more, and Simeon is no more. And now you want to take Benjamin? Everything is against me. Verse 37, then Reuben said to his father, you may put both of my sons to death if I do not bring him back to you. Entrust him to my care, and I will bring him back. But Jacob said, my son will not go down there with you. His brother is dead, and he is the only one left. If harm comes to him on the journey you are taking, you will bring my gray head down to the graves in sorrow. Okay, that's the end of the little chapter, looks like. Oh, it's not looking good. It is not looking good at all. Anyways, guys, I just want to thank you all so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for part 42. Have a blessed rest of your day. See ya.